Ladies, I've done it. The Warholimac maneuver has been executed and it cannot be said no to. I guarantee it. Now, this is because it's great consternation of having absolutely no food. And the only food I can be given by the poverty end of the food bank is glutenified. I have had to live in torture the entirety of 2023. Now I have been off gluten. It's Friday, August 18th, 2023. Since last Wednesday. Perhaps Thursday. But we'll go Wednesday. So much, but we'll just throw in one gratuitous. The myth of normal, Gabor Mate. This guy and I are gonna do some work together, I promise you. Now, instead of walking to the food bank, which I had wanted to do, I had not expected the car show hijinks to have reoccurred, but they have. I have just ingested some phytocannabinoids. And I need food. It's a teenage poetry jam tonight. I got to discover how to become a good enough poet from these kids. Oh. Bottom end of the endocannabinoid. Oh, now they're gonna do landscaping. This is great. You know, I cannot win. This is the autism thing. I was just reading Temple Grandin's book, The Autistic Mind. With every bit of respect, this child needs to stop talking about things from her trauma. Me and Gabor, we get to handle all this. She's great. I mean, I'm the most famous autistic person ever, sort of. I mean, Claire Danes, for God's sake. I mean, Claire Danes portrayed me in my so-called life. Not me personally, but the whole Pittsburghy thing. Anyway, all this verbosity is because here's what I'm going to have to eat today. I'll put it on a record. This is complicated. No brand name chili. No beans. What that mean then? 430 calories I'm gonna get from this can. This is my life. This what how the hell did I put on so much weight when I'm not getting enough calories and I'm certainly getting no nutrition? All right, here's what the ingredients say. I mean, I could make this up if I wanted to. Water. Pay for that. Beef. Textured vegetable protein, parentheses, soy flour, caramel color, modified cornstarch, chili powder, chili peppers, flavoring, and parentheses. contains 2% or less of oatmeal, sugar, salt, hydrolyzed soy, corn, and wheat protein, tomato paste, flavoring, that's between commas, flavoring, corn flour, yeast extract, spices, between parentheses, monosodium glutamate, soy lecithin. Distributed by some place in LA. They explicitly want to tell me can lining produced without the intentional addition of BPA. Yeah, no gluten-free, no 4 grams saturated fat, 999 milligrams sodium, 3% total sugars. Yep, this is not food. Not food. We might taste it. We should. So anyway, this is about, I've done it, and I've been preparing you for the situation. So, yeah, now I do want to taste it. Let's just see. Is it edible or is it completely non-edible? What do we got to do? I get out this, because it's got the pull top, but I got to have somewhere to put the... Let's see, is this even edible? Now, I would typically lick this off, but this is public. Mostly, again, because I don't have the facilities to be handling, I gotta walk across the street to the trash can. I don't want all that tomato pasty stuff. Did they even say tomato paste? I do not recall. It was down in there somewhere. I was in the 2%. Very, very few tomato pasty. And of course, when you live in your car, everything is car temperature. I dug this out. I didn't remember that this existed. And I'm going to take a nice chunky bit of this beef. Barely edible. It would need a lot of salt, which I'm... It's so bitter. It's really bitter. Luckily, I'm green pepper, Cholula. It's good stuff. I'll get my 430 calories today. Yeah, no, 0 calories. I don't know if I could even read it. It's so tiny. It's really tiny. It's extraordinarily tiny. Some stuff, jalapeno-wise. Por favor! Man. I'm literally days without having enough money for the dog to eat. And yet I've done it. I've really done it. So I'm asking you to write or film. Easiest way to do it is get on Zoom, record yourself. You can do it on your phones. You guys are good on your phones, I think. And then upload it to YouTube. That's the upload it to YouTube bit. If you feel like it, I'll walk you through it. It would be very helpful for your return on investment. But I just need a couple people stating in your own words the fullness of my philosophy of everything, emphasizing that it is a creative endeavor that I intend to share with all 8 billion humans across every nook and cranny of Earth. It's like you've heard me say these things, but I've never gotten a response from either of you that I can feel. We'll put it right here. And we know this is childhood neglect. And I learned something last night. See me. Processing a great deal. I have been frustrated that I don't feel you get that I'm capable of all this. And I found myself talking to myself, and the only person I had to talk to. Last night, I mean, I'm reading the book on trauma, The Myth of Normal, trauma, illness, chronic illness, and healing in a toxic culture. So processing my trauma, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing, I have to say. I don't feel it. And what I'm trying to feel is the adult intellectual capacity well, I don't know, the guy look at me and nod. It's right there. It's right there. Trying to get a guy a parking space. This guy's he lives over there. He has 2 vehicles, so he objects to my living in this parking space. Still, I'm like, there's a parking space right there to the right. And he went left. He's come around the block now like 5 times. Okay, maybe he'll get this one. You see, because I never got to feel from any human. I've never been securely attached to any human. I've never been unsecurely attached, or even, I mean, I guess avoidant attached works, but there's still some bits there. I mean, I think I'm without attachment. I mean, I don't know who it would have been in my childhood. I simply don't know who. There was white picket fence support, which is a lot of why I've hit this place. I feel like I've done everything I could possibly do, and then if I talk to people, they'll support me. Like, buy me a cup of coffee level, like subscribe to my YouTube channel, like mention me to the smartest or the richest person you know. It's all I've ever asked anyone, and that nobody's done it. Introduced me to more people, and I continue staying alone. This is the whole problem, is I just can't. There are no humans in my life. None. You too. I mean, there's humans passing through my life, but none of them ever can be present. I am the evolution of consciousness. I was born this way, and I didn't try to change myself. I didn't shame myself. I didn't abuse myself for other people. I think this is a pretty rare situation that I have lived through. Why I've always been like, I'm 1 in 8 billion, because I know that I'm entirely just one of 8 billion. Everyone else has this kind of potential in them, this crazy, like, take me to the leaders of your civilization right now, because we're gonna biostorm. The brain is not really where all the action's at. We're gonna biofield storm. How to save our species from self-extincting in 30 years. How can you say this and not, there's no feeling from anyone that I say anything to? I'm the one who's going to pivot our seeing is believing, faulty, flawed, and fraudulent paradigm of the whiteness thought tradition into the feeling is knowing. Your body is your BFF forever. And it is embodied cognition without any question. That sorts the hard problem of consciousness into an easy pivot. My poem, my philosophy of everything from consciousness outward, my Einsteining of consciousnessing, subconscious stream of. Loved Anais Nin. I think there was a lot to do with, I was securely attached to books, to ideas, to words, to the precision of words. Just reading Autistic Brain by Temple. So the thing is there's a lot, all genetic. Nobody's given a real proper definition of autism. It's people who can't ignore the truth of their own body. And so it's testing like how visual a thinker you are, and like a series of, is this coarse or fine, the grains, to be able to how deeply you see things in your mind. And she got really pissed that she got a couple wrong, and she went out and she told them that she was right on one of them. I thought that when I only got 97% on the logic portion of the GRE. So yes, there is data for my superior intelligence. Superior is going to trigger you, but it doesn't trigger me. I'm using the word, and I scored 97% on the GRE, the test that college graduates take to get into graduate school. So I have receipts that I'm 97% smarter than 96% of college-educated U.S. of hypocrisians. I remember going back to the house, Spirit House, where I drove, and with MFA, a physicist, two physicists, MFA and two. I don't know what Jamil. I don't know Jamil's future. But the female black physicist has a PhD and is in charge of nuclear armories. All right. So on that day, everybody wiped out, taking the. I'm like, I called it the baby GREs. It was just like fun, because I didn't know what I was going to go to graduate school. Obviously, I didn't go to graduate school. Finances. And no, I didn't have a single direct one-on-one, hey, you're great conversation with any professor at Carnegie Mellon. Not a single one-on-one conversation occurred. I mean, childhood, K through 12, bachelor's degree. Me, myself, and I. It's very harmful. Do you understand when you keep telling me to think like other people? I was not afforded any opportunities to get to know other people. What I've done with that is world evolving. And in fact, will save our species. Because no one in this species will do anything to keep me alive besides handing me money. This is the exact thing that was a problem as a child. It felt like my parents would pay me off rather than listen to me. It feels the same. But as I was thinking last night, I was thinking, well, I don't get it because they don't get me. I don't feel that they don't get me. I'm not accusing you. We're talking literally about my feelings. My thinkings or my beliefs or my feelings is I don't feel that you've ever responded in a way that I can truly feel. So at a certain point I went, well, because I'm now distracted, the guy just walked by. Like, you couldn't walk the other way. You see, I have to worry about people who are constantly looking at me with disgust, calling the cops on me for being a chatter. I've been criminalized for sitting in my car where I live because no one will listen to me and because I will not squander what I am capable of doing in this world as it exists right now. It will self-extinct our species. Why is nobody feeling those words? I dial them down because it's like everyone they run away from me. The love I have is constantly causing people to treat me like a criminal. That's the myth of the normal for you. That's the problems. So why have they sent me money that I know you've had to give up doing for people you love and taking it from your own self-care that you have to do to be there for the people you love? Why have you done that for me? When you don't get me, I feel unconditional love. Thank you. It's almost done. So I don't know if you ever need to send them, but I'm asking you this weekend, August 19th, 20th, for the hour that you invest in me, sit there and write down, you can bullet point it, whatever. Write your recommendation of me, like a bio level. What you think about me, what you know about me, what you believe to be true that I can achieve in the world, what you know I've lived through, what I don't know, right? I let it come through your subconscious. That I don't think it through. Don't go into everything. Bowls or meditate or move, okay? Just get through all of it. Sit down and say, yeah, I'm gonna spend 20 minutes describing Deb, then I'm gonna call her and have a conversation with Zenzi. Really, please. It's time to call me Zenzi. Zenzile Londolozi. We are responsible for what we become. I have chosen to be the protector of all living beings. Pull the focus. It's all you have to do. You just be yourself. You just keep going and going and going. And the longer nobody listens to you and objects to you and tells you to be something else, this is what all of us can do. Absolutely all of us. I had known Greta Thunberg was autistic. So now I got Hannah Gatsby, Greta, and I'm the elder of the trio. We're gonna be the Charlie Savants. can't wait to get the three of us together. Okay. Yeah. You see, it's all I do is play. Just play some more and play some more and play some more and play some more. That's how it works. Is to get whatever it is that took the play out of you. There's being mature, adulting. We've got those concepts all wrong. We really, really have. So Craig and Brav. Saving our species from self-extincting since 2023. Harmony.